Hi, Margarita here, and today's F word is fragrance. One of my favorite F words. However, the fragrances I'm going to talk about today are not my favorites. I'm going to tell you about 5 that missed the mark for me.
This is a journey into sound. A journey which along the way will bring to you new color, new dimension, new value.
Number 1, Santal Royale by Gareth. This is a sample I got in a swap with someone in my Facebook fragrance group, and they were nice enough to send a few extras, and I was really looking forward to trying this because I love the house of Gareth. I believe that they are a wonderful fragrance house. However, this one is a no-go for me. The notes are, let's see, I'm reading. Jasmine, neroli, rose, cinnamon, peach, oud, sandalwood, leather, amber, and musk. Now, to my understanding, the santal is the sandalwood. However, all I'm getting is oud, and not even a light oud. It is like oud on top of oud on top of dirt. This is probably one of the most disgusting fragrances I have ever smelled. I had to scrub it off. It turned my stomach a little bit when I smelled it. You know, it has all these other notes listed, such as rose and cinnamon and peach, and that's what kind of piqued my interest about it. All I'm getting is the oud. I don't even smell any of the sandalwood. Like, they should have named this Oud Royale versus Santal Royale. I will put a picture of the bottle so you can see what it looks like when you see it in the stores or online. And it's a very expensive fragrance. However, oud is a very expensive material to have, and so the quality is there. No discredit to the house for the quality. However, the smell, use this with caution. It takes a very particular kind of person with a certain level of confidence to pull this off. And this is Santal Royale by Gareth. XX Water Lily from the Art Nouveau collection of Clive Christian. The bottle is so beautiful. Look at how elegant it is. And Clive Christian is known for having some of the most exquisite packaging and fragrances. Some of the world's wealthiest people wear Clive Christian fragrances, and I don't know what happened with this one. On me, this literally smells like an ashtray with flowers burned into it. That's exactly the best comparison I can make. The notes are aldehydes, green leaves, water lily, tuberose, iris, heliotrope, vetiver, cashmere musk, and patchouli. Now, I should have known better because half of these notes are notes I don't like anyway, but the combination of everything smells like a floral ashtray, like someone put their cigarette out in a bouquet of flowers. It is a very smoky fragrance. Now, that's just on me. It's not a bad fragrance, but it does not mix with my chemistry. Now, the saving grace is I actually layer this with Tribeca from Bond number 9. I'll put a picture up here. You can see what the bottle looks like. And it made this one of the most beautiful fragrances. It is just amazing how something can smell terrible on its own, but then you mix it with something else that already smells great, and they just make a magical composition. So now I don't feel like I wasted my money on this because this was a very pretty penny. This was $550, and I bought it blindly because I'm like, oh, it's a Clive Christian. And I was like, oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? So thank goodness for Tribeca by Bond number 9 because it now makes this wearable. On its own, I can't. But together with the Bond number 9 Tribeca, it's a very gourmand fragrance. People compare it to Baccarat Rouge 540. I think it's better than that. I don't really get exactly 540 vibes. Maybe the extrait concentration because it's got more of a gourmand taste to it. But that Tribeca, honey, that's another video. But when you mix the two, it finally made this wearable, and I'm so glad. So now I don't have to just look at this expenditure that I made that I can't use. And this is XX Water Lily by Clive Christian. Carnal Flower by Frederick Malle. This was another sample that I had gotten in a fragrance swap. Frederick Malle is known for having wonderful fragrances, expensive, wonderful fragrances. And this is supposed to be an ode to, sorry for all the shuffling of the box, to tuberose. Now, my favorite flower is Gardenia. Gardenia is a flower, basically, it's almost impossible to extract the oils from it. So tuberose is actually used to replicate the gardenia smell. Tuberose is a very creamy white floral, and I'm like, great, because I love the smell of tuberose a bit because it helps replicate my gardenia. Anywho, the notes are bergamot, melon, eucalyptus, ylang ylang, jasmine, tuberose, something called salicylates, which is a natural toxic product of herbal origin, a sort of herbal pheromone which is used by plants as a warning. And the base encompasses tuberose absolute, orange blossom absolute, coconut, and musk. So it sounds like it's going to be a nice tropical scent based on, the coconut and the tuberose and the orange blossom. Like, okay, great, send it on through. Oh, and the melon and the bergamot. It sounds like it'll be more fruity than floral, or at least a fruitier version of a floral. This is probably one of the most boring fragrances I have ever smelled. And for the price tag, I think it goes in excess of $300. I wouldn't spend the money. There's a lot of other things you can probably find, like at Bath and Body Works or something, that would smell better than this, with a great tuberose scent. So I would not spend the money on this. This is something that it just doesn't say expensive when you wear it. It smells like so many other things. It doesn't stand out enough for me. So I'm glad that I got to sample it, but I will not be buying a full bottle of Carnal Flower by Frederic Malle. Number 4, Vintage Gardenia by Jo Malone. I should have known better. Jo Malone. I love the way their fragrances smell, but they have the poorest longevity ever. You put it on and 10 minutes later it's gone, and that's what happened with this one. Now, as I said previously, gardenia is my favorite flower. It is one of the few flowers I actually like in fragrance. And this I was excited to try. And it smells nice. It smells just like a fresh gardenia plant. But that's it. There's no depth to it. The notes are gardenia, tuberose, myrrh, incense, cardamom, and sandalwood. Now, typically cardamom will give it a little bit of spice, but I'm not getting any of that really. What I'm getting is the gardenia and a little bit of the myrrh, but none of the longevity. This smells more like it would be like a linen freshener or a room spray than a fragrance someone would wear. Or maybe you can just wear it to bed. This is not signature scent worthy. This is not something you would wear on date night or any place if you're leaving the house, because it will be gone by the time you get to the car. So it smells really nice, but again, for the price that Jo Malone fragrances command, you can probably find something better at a local mall store that will have better performance and more complexity as far as the scent profile is. And this is Vintage Gardenia by Jo Malone. And number 5, Aura by Mugler. Cute little box. Another small bottle I acquired in a swap. This is adorable. Everything about this says try me. I love the uniqueness of the packaging. Mugler does a great job. Mugler, however they pronounce it. It does a great job on their presentation. They really do. However, the juice inside, what happens? They are 0 for 3 with me right now. They are the same people that made Alien. Didn't like that one, it's boring. And Angel, gross, Chuli. No offense to those who love those fragrances, they're just not for me. And now I tried Aura, and I'm like, okay, maybe this one will be the one that I like from this house. And I was sadly disappointed. The note sounded so interesting because it's got a bourbon vanilla note though, and I'm like, oh great. But this smells just like if someone dropped a piece of birthday cake on freshly cut grass. That is the best way that I can describe this fragrance. It's borderline stomach turning to me because it's got that sweetness to it, but then it's got this greenness that doesn't seem to be balanced very well. The notes are rhubarb leaf, tiger liana, orange blossom, bourbon vanilla, and wolfwood notes. I can smell the vanilla, but it also smells like a bunch of grass on top of it. So like if you drop some vanilla ice cream in the lawn and picked it up, that's probably what this smells like. A lot of people love these fragrances and Mugler fragrances overall. So this is just my personal opinion. Maybe there's something, well, it does have a rhubarb note, which I admit does not work well with my body chemistry. Rhubarb and lychee and those types of fruits, for some reason, they go sour on me. But I'm not even getting the sour. This is actually going too sweet with a bit of greenness that just does not work. So I love it for the bottle. It's nice for display, but I will not be using this unless I can find something to layer it with to tone down the birthday party gone wrong vibe. And this is Mugler's Aura. Well, this wraps up 5 fragrances that I was disappointed by. What are some that you had high hopes for that didn't work for you? I would love to know about it, so put it in the comments. We talk about fitness, fashion, fragrance, food, fun, femininity, and lots of other wonderful F words on our channel. So why don't you like, comment, and subscribe? And until next time, I'm Margarita, and you have an awesome day. Bye.
This is a journey